for is by invitation. And through ordering 1 can of product a month that will cost you, with shipping and handling and your back office website, $69.75, or let's just say $70 a month, with 1 person referred, and you're fully qualified to earn income. Now that's about unheard of in the industry as well. But how about this? You never have to order bulk. You're never going to have product up to the ceiling in your garage that you'll never use. There are no tools, unless you want to call a business card a tool. I think that's more office supply. This was it. No mandatory meetings. We might have some like this. But by the way, here's the pitch, okay? I'll use John. So you can see, one of the big showstoppers for a lot of people is fear of rejection. They don't want to talk to anybody. And if they talk to some of their family and friends and they shoot them down, they'll never talk to anybody else again, ever. So watch what Mark Seaforth, the founder of this company, did. One, he built a website with him on 4 videos, giving an overview of the product and the company, talking a little bit about the compensation plan, and showing what he calls the 30-second training video, where he basically says, this is all I ever want you to do, is put a business card in a person's hand and say, hi John, Rob Crisp,
hey, Rob.
Good to see you. Hey John, we're helping bring a new product to market. Take a look at our website, there's some videos on there. If you like what you see, you can go on our waiting list and we'll follow up with you from there. Thanks so much for your time, have a great day. And that's the end of the pitch. Now how refreshing is that, okay? Yeah, and I'm going to use the term throw up because I think everybody here that's ever been approached by anyone in network marketing, you feel like you've been thrown up on, right? Because they just can't shut up talking about everything. How it's going to do this, and oh, and I had a little toe that I ran over with a lawnmower as a child and it's growing back. Do you hear all that, right? My dead grandmother's coming out of the grave. That sort of stuff. Come on. So we get tired of all of that, and I think that's a very refreshing approach that anybody can do. And watch what I just did. With that presentation, if you will, was saying to John, hey, take a look at our website, watch the videos. If you like what you see, by the way, and here I'll do a little read in here. In the privacy of your home or office, without me trying to sell you anything, you can make a decision on your own if you like what you see. And you can go on our waiting list. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. In fact, I can't put you in today if I wanted to. You're going to have to wait. And then I'll follow up with you from there. There's no opportunity for him to reject me. If anything, I just rejected him. I did the takeaway, sort of, And it creates a couple things. One is he doesn't feel pressured because people don't like to be, people generally don't like to be pressured, okay? I gave him the respect to say, you make the decision if you like it or not. And then I said something really cool. People want what they can't have, don't they? Mm-hmm. Go on my waiting list and I'll follow up with you from there. And so there's a qualifier that goes into play. And so as a person that doesn't have a lot of time to have to go build a huge business or drag everybody in and all that sort of stuff, I just, in 10 seconds, I made my presentation and I'm off. Okay, so the fear of rejection alleviates. Let me tell you something else that they've eliminated. All the tools. All right? I can tell you friends of mine that have thousands of dollars of tools because what does the upline always tell you? Well, this is what you got to have, and this is what you got to have, and this is what... I'm going to tell you, what you have is your mouth, and your mind, and your smile, and it's like telling somebody about a movie you just saw that you really enjoy. And you say, hey, you ought to go check this out. How many times you told somebody about a movie you liked? Yeah. Okay. Or a restaurant, or something else. This is all we're doing, referring somebody to that website and letting them go from there. Right? So no tools. Another thing that's we've taken away is the mandatory meetings and events. Anybody ever go to a meeting? If you felt like you were dragged here tonight, I don't think anybody was. We've got a great presentation, a wonderful home. Thank you, Kit Kat, for that. And Appreciate that very much. And that's what I want everybody to understand. The folks that will come into contact with it, we say, go take a look at our videos. Not everybody will do that. Not everybody even owns a computer or wants to own a computer. And so we do these, what we call 124 Live, for people who are either computer challenged or who just don't want to have to deal with it because they deal with computers all day long. And so we make a very brief presentation. This is going to end here momentarily. And we let people make a decision from there. Not tonight, in the privacy of your own home or office. We're just here to lay the groundwork so that you can kind of get an understanding of what this is all about. But let me just tell you one other thing that's very important. Because I told you one of the things Mark Seaforth, the founder, recognized, is that he had to create a model where people had what? Their product paid for in a short period of time, and enough of an upside to where they would never do what? They never quit. Anybody ever heard of attrition in network marketing?
Yeah.
Like the game changer, right? Well, here's what we are. We are a referral company with a profit sharing mode. We are a linear model, what we call an incentivized referral program, to where, John, when you join our company by invitation, by ordering your product, by inviting just one person in, within 4 to 6 months, your product should be paid for. And within a year to 2 years, you're going to be earning $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month if you did nothing else. Is that of interest to you? It sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it?
No.
Okay, let me tell you how that works. He created something called a closed-in compensation plan. Remember, the product is $69.75. They took $60 of that and allocated it to the product. 50% is paid to the company, 50% is paid to commissions. And on a percentage basis, the compensation plan is broken down by percentage, paying out that $30. And here's the brilliant part. He capped the top. And by capping the top in a closed-in commission plan, there's always enough revenue that's going to be generated to make sure that everybody gets paid out. Let me just give you an example of how much I'm talking about. In comparison to the other company that I come from, right? The top 10 people in that company made about $100 million a year. Top 10, okay? They've capped the compensation in this program at $2.4 million a year. That's the most I can make on a single position. Is $2.4 million enough? Generally for most people it is. So top 10 over here, $100 million. Top 10 over here, $24 million. $80 million in the spread that's now available to pay out. And that's how people can benefit, and with that 1, 2 people that they've invited in, have not only their product paid for in a very short period of time, but participate in the profits of the company. And you go, what do you mean profits of the company? I told you it's a linear model. It's a straight line, okay? When you come on board, when you're invited in, accept your invitation and register, there's a date and time stamp to your number, basically. And now you're in part of that straight line. And everybody that joins this business through invitation after you, whether you invited them or someone on your team invited them, they'll be under you. And if you didn't have anything to do with them, they're called silvers to you. If you personally invite them using one of the 24 green tickets, the company's called 124, you get 24 green tickets, which are invitations, which you can use one a month, or not. If you choose to only use one, if you choose to use 20, if you choose to do 5, whatever it is that you choose, it's up to you. But the one ticket that you offer to someone on a monthly basis is green. And so all those people that would come into your business by personal invitation of a ticket like that would be green. There's a gold rush that comes in once a month, and those people will be gold. Everybody else that comes in that's unrelated to you in any way, shape, or form are called silver. And I say the silver, the S stands for stranger. Because though you had nothing to do with them, the company calculates on a monthly basis what they call the silver performance bonus. And quite frankly, the silver performance bonus is nothing more than a company profit share paid on the overall performance of the company based upon what everybody else did that had no relationship to you. And that income, that based upon what we're seeing, is continuing to grow on a monthly basis to where it will cover the cost of your product, and it'll give you an upside into the thousands on a monthly basis. If you want to work it, if you want to have fun with it, if you want to do nothing with it, it's up to you. But by being a loyal customer, because as I said, that's all we all are, is a customer, to whatever level or degree that you're interested, you can not only have better health for yourself and your family, make a difference in the health of our country, but you can establish a passive residual income stream that will go on and on and on, and it is an inheritable asset. 124 is the name of the company. After 24 months, because you get 24 tickets, this is the best part. You're retired. You don't have to ever talk to anybody else about the business if you don't want to, or about the product. I think you should, because it's a great product. But after your 24th ticket is used, you're now vested and you're retired. And all you do is order your product, and the company will continue to pay you. As the company continues to grow, so will your earnings. So, like I say to some people, I tell you some things that you've heard before, but I tell you some other things that you've never ever heard or seen. I do a video presentation, very rough. My wife shot it in our family room. But to explain the compensation plan, there's a series of 4 videos. I'll be happy to email them to anyone. And I go through basically the introduction. So if you're more visually attuned, you'll see me actually write out how we're different. You'll see me write out how the compensation plan works. I hope you'd enjoy that. And beside that, I'm available for conversation, for one-on-one meetings. I tell people, I say my car is my office, so anywhere in Tampa Bay is open game for me to come, meet with you, meet with anyone you'd like to put me in front of on a one-on-one basis. I promise I won't embarrass you. I hope I won't anyway. And other than that, I'll answer any questions anyone has, and I'm going to fire up my computer. I know we're going to have a bite to eat, but I'll fire up my computer. I have my checks since September. Oh, here's the best part. I'm sorry. Let me just get ma'am. Okay, so remember, 1 ticket a month, okay, and then the Gold Rush. So I put my 1 person in September, and the Gold Rush comes along, and that allows you to put in more people if you'd like. I put in 3 people on my first Gold Rush. October, I put in 1 person, and I put in 8 more on my Gold Rush to fill out what they call the platinum tree. November, I put in 1 green. December, 1 green. January, February, 1 green. I haven't put my green in yet in March. So I put in 6 green tickets and 11 in the Gold Rush. 17 people, right? My check in October was, as I'll show you, $12.41. Sorry if this sounds like I'm talking about the money, but people seem to always want to know or see the money. So if you don't, I apologize, but here's my money. $12.14. I'll leave these out on the table. Was my first check. $78, second check. Remember, 1 person in September, 1 person in October, and then the 11 in the 2 months for the Gold Rush. December comes around, $191.50. January, $420, and last month, $2,500. And I just got, which you'll see on my computer, I just posted commissions today, and it was $3,500. Yay! Now, most companies, you got all these bonuses, but then your residual goes away, goes way down. That is my residual. And that's how this guy has figured out a plan through this referral program with profit sharing that I think will change the direct selling industry to where it won't be dragging people in. It'll be introducing them in a very professional way, in a very relaxed and calm way, in a way that anybody can win. And that, I think, is the most cool part of all. As I think you can probably imagine, I can talk to anybody. But if I win and y'all don't, then let me tell you something. It just isn't that much fun for me. And you'll get to know me, and you'll see that about me. Right now those are just words. Let me show you. That's it. I'm done.
Thank you.
Thanks. I won't